Okay, everybody, so we pretty much did all the stitches all the way around. Now, not forgetting that some of them have 18 chain stitch, some have 20, and here has 24. So you just follow that through with the 18, with the 20, and the 24. Now we're going to do stitch over stitch all the way around the same way. Nothing special, just stitch over stitch. And it's going to go all the way around. Now, when it comes to the corners, I will see if we need to add, like we used to add on the previous one, on the white one where we first started. So when I get to the corner, I will check that and come back to you on it, because we do not want it to pull, right? So in order for it not to pull, then we might have to add those 6 stitches where we used to add them before. Okay, so just want to make sure that you know that. We don't want to have the material pulling. So it's going to stitch over stitch, as you see here. And this is pretty much what it's starting to look like. I mean, see if I can. So it came out nice and straight. Once we have the other row on there, it's going to be perfect. And once we press it with the iron, it will be even flatter and way wider. Okay, so I'll come back to you once I hit the corner and explain to you if we need to add on. Okay, everybody, so we finished. I didn't have to add any of them. It came out perfect. As you can see, it's loose enough, so I didn't add. I just did stitch over stitch. We're going to grab here on the side, and once you finished, stretch it out. You grab a cotton material like a pillowcase, you know, it's cotton. You damp it a bit with spray of water. You lay over your pattern and you iron it through, and it just stretches everything out and it comes out perfect. Okay, so you give it a knot on your white one. Grab anywhere you want, doesn't make a difference. And we're going to grab, get you a little bit closer. I don't want too close because then it blurs out. You're going to grab front loop here. You see if the 2 loops, you're only going to grab this front one here. And you're going to leave the back one alone because we're going to work stitch over stitch on the next row. So we need that back. So you close it in. You don't give a small stitch. You give extremely small stitch. 1 stitch. And you're going to the next loop in the front one. And you pull through it. 1 stitch. Very simple. And you come through it here again. Try to hide your thread, your yarn at the same time. 1 stitch. And we're going to do this all the way around. One stitch, and you just keep grabbing the front loop. Whoops. Me and my tight stitches all the time. I mean, it makes beautiful patterns, but it's very hard to work with, and I don't have control of that. It's just a habit since I'm a little girl. Okay, 1 stitch, 1 going up, and you grab only the front loop of it, and you bring it through, and you bring it through. 1 stitch, and again the same thing. So we're going to do this all the way around repeatedly. Very fast, it's not. Just make sure that you grab the front loop because we need those back loops. So pretty much we're creating this little nerve here. And the back loop is for us to do this stitch on the back loop. You see? So it creates like a 3D wall. So do yours all the way around, and then we'll work on the back loops that are here that we left behind. Okay, So all of these back loops we have here, that's the ones we're going to work on for the regular stitch. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everybody, so I finished doing my 3D little wall there. I'm going to go back into the baby loo. We're going to do stitch over stitch, and we're going to grab it from the back loops like I was telling you. Doesn't matter where, anywhere. And we're going to do a regular stitch. So you would lock it in. That would count as 1, 2, and 3. You go into the next back loop. Of course, my stitch is always very tight, so you'll see me pulling at the beginning, trying to get through this stitch. Okay, so you would go on these back loops back here. Get you a little bit closer. So you see the back loop we left behind when we did the white. So we're doing stitch over stitch from the back loop, grabbing that little back loop from behind. Okay, you can bend your little white to the front not to get mistaken, and you just grab these back loops and just do your stitch. We're going to do this all the way around. There's no need for adding because it has enough stitches as it is. And we're going to do 2 rows of this stitch over stitch on the next row also. Okay, so 2 rows of this blue, and we're almost at the end. So it's going to create this beautiful 3D wall, as you can see. And this is what we're doing here. We're at here now. Okay, we did this 3D wall. We're doing this row, and we have 1 more. So I'll meet you at the end of this row. It's stitch over stitch only, and then we have small stitches with the white. We're almost at the end, people. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay, everybody, so I finished doing the second row of the regular stitches. As you can see, I am going to cut my thread. I'm going to lock it up. Boy, this noise of this construction is driving me up the wall today. It's so much banging. Thank God for you guys. I only record pieces and bits, or else it would drive you crazy with all the noise. It's like so relaxing when they finish their day and we can have some peace and quiet finally. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to give it a knot here. I want to make sure that it stays locked in. And just go through a couple more. Okay. We're almost there, people. So now we're going to do small stitches. Very simple. We're almost at the end. So you'd grab your white. You'd give it a knot. Pretty much start anywhere, it doesn't matter. And we're going to do small stitch on every stitch here. I'll try to hide already your thread, your yarn, whatever you're working with. So just go in on every small every stitch here, and we're doing small stitch, so not complicated. We're going to do this all the way around. the same way. Okay, small stitch, nothing to it. So I'll meet you at the end, and then we're gonna lock it up and we can cut the thread. Okay, everybody, so we finished doing all the small stitch. We're gonna grab the, doesn't matter where, the darker blue. We are doing, let me show you, we're doing loops now. We're gonna do these bottom loops, and then we're doing stitches inside. Okay, so we're doing these small loops, so it's a row of these little loops of 3 stitches. So grab anywhere on any of these stitches here, and make sure that I hide the thread here because I don't want to come back to it. Good God, if I wanted to hide it or didn't want to hide it, it would have. If I didn't, it wouldn't. Anyway, what am I doing? 1 stitch. Okay, so we locked in. We go up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And it doesn't matter if it shows a little bit of the leftover because the next row is going to cover it. So we're going to skip 1, 2. On your third one, lock it in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 separation. Third one, lock it in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. On your third one, lock it in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 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 3. So we're going to repeat this all the way around. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everybody, so we've reached the end. 1, 2, 3. Skip 2, and we get into, we lock it in where we started. Okay, so now we're going to go in the middle here with the same thread. Okay, we're going to go up 3, and inside of this loop we're going to do 10 regular stitches. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you have 10 regular stitches. We do 1, 2, and 3. Don't tighten up too much like I usually do. We're going to skip 1 square. We're going to go into the next square, and we're going to lock it in. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip 1 square, and we're going to do the 10 regular stitches inside of this one here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, and 3. We're going to skip 1 square. We go into the next square. We lock it in. Okay, you're going to do this repeatedly all the way around until the end. And then when we get to the end, we'll see if we need to add a square, or I should say take down a square, depending up on our stitches. Because since we have different stitches on here, you know, it might not, we might not be able to skip one, you know, and go into the middle. We probably have to go into the next one automatically. So we skip one and go into the next one. Okay, so continue yours, I'll continue mine, and I'll see you at the end. Okay, people, so I'm reaching the end, and you can see we'd skip one here, and we'd go in here. So I think it worked out perfect for me. On the counts, that's rare, but it does happen time to time that it's perfect, and I'm happy and proud about it, because then we're going to skip this one here and go direct. Oh, no, it wouldn't have been perfect. I'm wrong. Okay, so by skipping, get a little bit closer, by skipping this one. No, I was right. Whoa, wait a minute. I've been jumping too much, I guess. Wait a minute. Okay. So if I'd skip here, I'd have to do here. Then I'd have to skip here to go there. Yeah, I think it's going to work out. Anyway, even if it didn't, we're just going to put the 3 chain in the middle there. So we skip here and we lock it in. Skip here and we lock it in. Okay, so 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I would have needed 2 more to skip, just like here, right? Normally. Okay, so 1, 2. I'm gonna do 2 only. I'm gonna go in here like that, and 1, 2. Now, either that or this is how you cheat on a pattern, and it's good for the people that are just learning when they are short instead of taking everything down, you know. So skip 1, we go here. Instead of skipping this one, we're going to go directly in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whoops, 9, 10. Okay, 1, 2. I'm going to do only 1, 2. I'm going to go right in the center there, and 1, 2, and lock it in over here. So nothing to it, doesn't change anything on the pattern. See, and it looks just perfect. And if you wanted, you could have just done a 2 stitch instead of 3, but it's not going to change anything, because then we have the white that's gonna go right over. So cut the threads. We're going to be using the white, and we're almost done. Boy, this was a challenge, huh? Creating this one with the granny squares and all that. but I love creating my own things. Um, Usually people, my clients that usually order from me, most of them ask me to create, they'll give me the colors they want on, and they ask me to create my own thing. But then time to time, I have that customer that will see something on the internet and will take a picture and will send it to me and will say, I want this in this color. So I usually don't like to do somebody else's pattern, somebody else's creation. When I do it, I twist up a little bit and put my input in it. But I usually don't like doing that. I like to create my own thing. But it does happen time to time that I will have that customer sending me a picture and telling me, I want this. Okay, well, you can't say no to them. You can, but it's not going to look good, right? So I end up doing, but I'll always change up the pattern a bit and put my own input in it. Okay, so we are on the before last row. Now pay attention here. This is the same thing as the mat, the dolly that I created. Okay, so we can go straight in here and any one of them, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're going to go straight in there. Now, you're going to come, trying to hide my thread at the same time. You're going to come from here, from behind, and you're going to go directly into the next one. And you're going to come out in the back. You're going to pull your thread from the back, and you're going to do a regular stitch. One separation. Again, you're going to go into the next one. You're going to turn into this one here. You see it in the back. You're going to pull. I want to get this thread here to the back so I can hide it. Okay. And you're going to make another regular stitch. We have to end up with 10 regular stitches. I want to make sure that I pull my thread here. Okay. Again, one stitch, turn, come from the back into the next one, grab your thread, pull through, and do your regular stitch. One separation, come to the next one, into the back, pull through. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. One separation. Again, go into the next one, into the back, regular stitch, into the next one, into the back, pull through, regular stitch, one separation, into the next one, one separation, into the next one. So it's starting to look like that, okay? And it's going to show this little effect here up front. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn once, come from the back into the next one. This is your 9th, and you come on the last one, and you come out into where the big space here is, and this is your 10th. One separation, and go right into the middle of the next space and lock it in. And there it is, people. Okay, One separation again. Come straight from the first one here. Go into the next one. Bring it out. One separation into the next one. Bring it out. Again. Into the next one. Bring it out. My goodness, construction just finished. Now it's fireworks. Can you believe this, people? Usually this place is like quiet. All you hear is birds all around. But lately, the last few months, my goodness. Okay, so before last, you come, one separation, and you do your last one, and you come out on the big. One separation, and you go in. Okay, so easy as that, people. And you got this beautiful thing here, and we are creating the edge here. Then we only have one more row, which is the pom-pom. So, okay. So do yours. I'll finish doing mine, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay. If you're having a hard time, back off the video a bit. Trying to go slow here so you can see what I'm doing. My thread keeps getting cut up. I'm even going to get you a little bit closer. No, sorry. So it comes out in the back. Okay. Again. And the last one. And you have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One separation. And you come into the middle. And small stitch. One separation. And you start all over again. Okay? So, I'll meet you at the end. I think you should be okay now because I've done a few of them and slow for you to understand. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everybody, so we are on our last row. And then we're finished with the table runner. So we can pretty much start anywhere. And we are going to, let's say, in here, in one of the, get you closer, in one of the loops. I'm trying to see if I can use both colors here, which is very thick using both colors. It's crazy, but I think it's going to be too thick. Yeah, too thick. Okay, well, we'll use only one then. Okay, so I'll use the dark blue. I've made a knot out of this. Oh, good. So we're doing the last row. And we're finished after that. So you grab pretty much anywhere in one of the things here. Right, the first one, lock it in. Try to hide your thread, your yarn. Okay, we're gonna go up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And this is very simple and very fast. You go back into the same one, lock in your small stitch with a 3 chain. Going to the next one, lock it in, go up 3, 1, 2, 3, come back down the same one, lock it in, go into the next one, trying to hide my thread here, 1, 2, and 3, come back on the same one, lock it in. Going to the next one, 1, 2, and 3, come back on the same one, small stitch, going to the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, oops, and then just come in. Now, because we have 10 of these under here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on your 5th one, sorry about that, on your 5th pom-pom that we are creating, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have a 3, 4, 5, a 6 stitch, and we come back on the same one. Only on your 5th one here, on your 5th pom-pom, we do that. We come back on the next one, 1, 2, and 3, and we turn it in. Come back on the next one, 1, 2, and 3, and we turn it in. 1, 2, and 3, and we, whoops, what am I doing? And we go to the next one, 1, 2, and 3, on the same one. 1, 2, and 3, and we go to the next one. Okay, 1, 2, yes, and 3, because I keep looking in the camera to make sure that I'm not. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We come into the middle. We lock it in with a small stitch. And then we come into the middle again. And 1, 2, and 3. And then we come back into the same one. So we're going to do that repeatedly all the way around. And this is your last row. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. And back in the same one. 1, 2, and 3, and back on the same one. And then again, 1, 2, 3, hold on a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're on our 5th one. We do 6, and back on the same one. So you can have this little loop here like a flower. It's a little bit bigger than the rest of them. Okay, people, so this is pretty much for this tutorial on this table runner. The whole set is complete with the dollies, with the dish mat. I am going to take pictures and set it up on the dining room table so you can see what it looks like with the reveal shots. And I'm going to have a little video at the end so you can also see what it looks like. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that you create it. I hope you let me know how it went. Just let me. And I thank you so much again for being here with me. And thank you for the newcomers. I hope that you liked what you saw. I hope you become part of this family. And by subscribing, liking, share, and give a thumbs up, people, because it helps the channel. And don't forget that bell notification for new uploads. And thank you so much, everybody. So I will see you on the next tutorial. And God bless everybody. Stay safe. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, and before I forget, Tia Maria, I hope you enjoyed this table runner. I love you very much, and I hope that you get to create this yourself. It's under your name. So big hugs to you, Tia, and the children and Uncle. I love you guys very much, and I miss you guys very much. So hopefully one day we'll get together and have some coffee and tea and storytelling from the old days. Okay, so hugs and kisses. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.